Um, so yeah, I want to sorry with the random camera-ness, I'm just kind of talking. I don't want to just sit here and look at myself, I'm not doing this to be on camera, I'm doing this because, you know, to share the experience with other people, that I'm actually kind of having fun with it, and I want to have a recording of everything I've done. My Instagram has it, but that's just like a bunch of pictures. This video stuff is pretty cool to me, man. So if I can share it with the world, the way I've seen other people sharing their stuff, I mean, I think it's pretty cool. So yeah. Anyways, enough about that. So on this factor, alright, we got, you see, pop-ups. So, I got a 91 NA, right? Anybody that knows anything about the Miatas knows that my subframes, front and rear subframing, I don't have the extra attachment points that the later models did for bracing and stuff like that. So I didn't bring them out. They're still inside because it was chilly. I got to bring them out. I made some tabs that go on the back here. You see, I got the bash bar up underneath, and then where the lower control arms attach in, I got some tabs I made that are just gonna weld perfectly on there, and it'll allow me to put a lower brace in there because I already have a strut tower brace that I made in the trunk. I need to have one in the bottom. I got the one, you can see it right there on the front, which I actually had to do some modifications to earlier in the video because it cracked my wastegate extension flange manifold shit, whatever the fuck you want to call it, the damn cheap eBay thingy. I gotta get a better setup anyways, but for right now, this is all just like a budget setup. This is showing people that you can do it. Granted, if you don't, I've got stupid money. Like, I've blown this engine, I've completely torn it apart, took it to a machine shop, had it bored over, I got bigger forged pistons, rods, I got a ported head, and I'm getting ready to do the cams, methanol, I got the upgraded GTX 3071R I just put on it and everything, so the upgraded 700 kPa map sensor, I don't know what that's considered, I guess it would be a 7 bar. Yeah, whatever. I know I can push. The sensor itself reads 101.5 psi, so minus atmospheric to give your absolute, or that would be your absolute, is the 101.5. So minus atmospheric to give your boost reference would be what 86 and a half. I think 86.5 pounds of boost. There's no fucking way in hell I'm pushing this thing to that. My turbo is rated at 60 psi or 640 horsepower, so yeah, I'm not trying to destroy that anyways. It's not the most expensive, but I mean, it is a nice turbo, and I do intend on upgrading it further once more, but that'll be a little while when I do that one, because, it's not cheap. Haha, doo-doo. Well, yeah, let's see here. I guess I'll set you down and just leave it randomly recording, I guess? I don't know. Whatever. I don't know if I, shared it when I did it, but one of the problems I had when I did my, hood dump and stuff like this, coming through the hood, yeah, it's cool, blah, 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 but I had to extend the fucking pipe so I can get a better sound, and just, it's better all around for it, everything, so, my old setup had a really short pipe that just barely, you couldn't even see it over the cowl, so it tucked down there, so you could, essentially lift the hood and lower the hood right onto it. Now, unless I cut a huge fucking slit out of the hood, which I've already got a big ass chunk cut out of the hood and turned it into a cowl, that this is just basically a mold. I'm gonna make a fiberglass or carbon fiber hood eventually. That is my plan. Um, it's post pre whatever product. I had the idea, I started doing it, and then I've just been slowly critiquing stuff and doing this and doing that and figuring different things out on how I want it, and uh, if it actually works, in efficiency, because I didn't put it in the best of spots, but in factor, I was lucky enough, I put it far enough forward instead of being right at the very back. I have it just far enough forward that the way that the windshield is, everything is creating like suction almost, so it helps keep my temps down. No problem. It helps pull through. I want to get a better under tray. I have something I made right now because this car didn't have an under tray when I got it. The kid that I bought it from abused the shit out of this car. I saved it like it was going to a scrapyard. So there was no soft top. I had to replace that. It was all ripped to pieces, fucking dents and everything all through the whole car. Just everything was horrible. I ain't done too much better. A lot of people will probably consider what I've done rice, but whatever. To each their own. We all have fun, right? Alright, now back to that. So yeah, like I was saying about that, though, I got the hood pins in the front, and then I got this little setup I made right here. That if I grab a gun, or I could do it really quick then, but my hands are fucking cold. It's what are they called? I don't know, I'll show it to you. I'm not exactly sure what they're called, but I've still got the stock hinges in there, and instead of the hinge having the bolt that comes through and you screw the nut to it, I put a little hole right here, and there's like a threaded thing. I didn't weld a nut to it. I thought about welding a nut to it, but there's just one of them threaded clips on there. So you just put a bolt down into it, and doot right into the threaded bit, and it holds the back of the hood down, so I ain't got to worry about my hood flying off, because that's why there's a crack in my windshield. It has most definitely happened to me before. It's actually pretty cool though. I mean, it's not the fastest thing, that's for sure. It takes me a second to take my hood off, but that's just it. I don't lift my hood like a normal person. My hood comes straight off the door, and then you have full access to everything. For the most part, I try to keep it pretty clean. I did a little bit of cleaning when I pulled the engine out. I'm sorry, I'm probably blocking your view. I did a little bit of cleaning when I pulled the engine out. I mean, it's a 91. I rescued it, so the engine's been rebuilt top to bottom. Alternator is replaced. It's da-di-da-di-da-di-da. Yeah. External wastegate on it this time. Blow off valves right there. Oversized throttle body. Custom RZ Crew racing intake. Ported head. 1000cc fuel injector, cleaning injectors. Aftermarket fuel pressure regulator, catch can. Then I have my own little setup too, going blah blah blah, whatever. AEM wide band, aftermarket radiator, coolant reroute, oversized what is it, a 180, or I think it's a 180 thermostat in here. I don't know. The stock fan right now, I'm actually debating. I've been thinking about getting a shroud, to be honest. I mean, I don't have no cooling problems at all. This thing cools great, but I've been thinking about getting a shroud and doing like the dual 10-inch fans on the shroud or whatever, just 'cause it'll look good and clean and uniform, and I mean, I guess it would help pull a little bit better, but everything's nice and tucked and everything, blah blah, super low. Whatever, still on the stock wheels at the moment, because I got the NB wheels right there that I like, but I need to get some tires for them right now. They're, what are they? They are the Continental Extreme Contacts, the DWSs right now. They're great tires, but they're at the point that uh, all of it's going DWNS. Like, you don't want to run them things. You're sliding everywhere. They're good if you want to take it to the track and play around with it, but they've got a couple of flat spots from sliding and da-da-da. So yeah, right now I got just my stock fucking Daisy 14s back up there with some 595s on them that are gonna go for the moment until I figure out either putting those back on it or getting a set of wheels for it or whatever. I'm gonna probably put the MB wheels back on it, to be honest, because I try to keep the kind of OEM plus sleeper look, minus the fucking exhaust coming out the hood. So anyhow, there's a little custom bracket I made to get it up off of there. Turbo, hopefully it still has the same aspect and everything, but yeah, I'm gonna clean it down. Oh, these are the thingies I was talking about. The little threaded thingies, you know, it's a nut on a fucking, on a little clip thingy right there, and bam, they attach to it like that. And yeah, otherwise I have thought about welding a nut up there, but whatever. What is it? My boost solenoid, whatever. Lines and the headlight assembly and everything, because it's LED lights. As you see, I got all kinds of fucking wire. I tried for the most part to move and tug and keep everything hidden, you know, up towards the fender wells and keep it cleaned up. I didn't completely tuck because, you know, a lot of lower cars, I love my shit slammed. A lot of the lower cars have a problem with riding through the fucking, or eating through the, wiring harness and stuff, and, you know, this thing ain't already the greatest, so, going through and touching stuff up, cleaning it up here and there, and I got a few more things to add in. Oh, I'm on Speedy EFI, by the way, too, full standalone, you know, yeah, I don't know if I said that, oversized throttle body on there, too, but, yeah, oh, and I got coil unplug kit, yeah, what is it, fluid damper, SFI certified damper, you know, Gates water pump, yeah, but, I forgot what I was going on about, wiring and stuff. Anyways, I need to clean it up still. I definitely know that, so you ain't got to flame me. I have a secondary alternative fuse, oversized fuse, you know, a 30 amp fuse for my fuel pump. I ran it, so I'm still utilizing the stock fuel pump relay, but it is just to trigger the reference for the new relay that I put in, and I have a 30 amp independent relay and wiring run to the 255 liter per hour fuel pump. I can't even remember, Deechworks fuel pump, and it's rolling decent, I guess. Yeah, and I got rid of the fucking stock bullshit restrictive ass fucking inline fuel filter, and I got a high flow on 100 micron high flow under there. Yeah, like I said, I put in a relay myself for that. It's on full standalone. I mean, I was pretty much gutted for the most part, everything that I could without taking away too much of the aspect of the car, and I haven't removed the dash yet. That is something I still want in the future to do. I know it's only like 4 or 6 bolts. I just haven't got there yet. I got a wrong hood gauge bezel, cluster cover, whatever. If anybody has one for the early NA6 model, I'll trade you an NA8 model for it. But no, yeah. Anyway, I got one original floor mat that the kid didn't destroy that I got it wrong. There's my Speedy. Yeah, I've done the foamectomy or whatever to my driver's seat, so it's kind of like a bucket seat, but I need an actual bucket seat, so I've got a strut brace that I made right here in the center just to help stiffen up where it's a convertible, but yeah, ultimately I want to get the proper tower brace and fucking harness bar, and I got a roll cage right there that I think I'm gonna make it. See, the problem is, like, the way everything's arched, I guess it'll work. I have to put the roll bar, like, right here beside the seat. Like, just off to the side of that, because the way that this roll bar is it's straight. Like, it doesn't have the Miata arches. It's out of a Jeep, you know, it was free, so I thought about it, but I might just, instead of being a cheap bastard and making my own, because I don't have a pipe bender, so I can't put the proper bends here. I might end up just breaking bad and spending the, whatever, $3, $4, $5, $600 and get a proper, or I might just be cheap about it still and spend the 300 whatever and get just the hard dog main hoop, and then, you know, put the main hoop in, and then I have welding capabilities, a welder and all that. You know, I can make the rest of my roll cage, because eventually I think I kind of want to put a full cage in here. Yeah. I got rid of the stock mirrors. with just these little aftermarket chromey things, cheap ass, like AutoZone mirror, whatever, I don't know. Thinking about taking them and fender mounting them, to be honest, though, because where they're at, to be honest, man, sitting in a Miata, their fucking mirror placement is garbage. Like, putting it on the fenders, I think it looks pretty cool, and you can actually utilize it. Yeah. So that's pretty much where I'm at the moment. I guess I'll hit back to y'all here in a moment. Peace.